Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back. It's your boy Schuyler. Listen, right? I know it's been a minute, but I'm back with some more content, and we got Americans being confidently wrong, which is not a surprise. We always wrong, bro. We're so ignorant. Like, Americans only know what's going on in America, bro. Like, anything outside America, we don't know, and yeah, it's just like foreign to us, literally. So, hope y'all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, join the fam, and yeah, let's get it.
Italian-American inventions, very delicious and original. Italian inventions, noodle, actually Chinese. Okay. Howdy, y'all. I'm Robin. Welcome back to MK. What are we doing? We're looking at shit Americans say? Oh, dude, that's not fair. Okay, that's especially not fair in today's world, all right? It wasn't fair 2016 through 2020. It's not fair now, all right? Hell, it's probably way less fair now. American influencers.
To be honest, it's so weird how like everything before COVID seems so far away. Like everything happened not too long ago, but everything like after COVID and quarantine, it just makes it seem like a whole reset. Like the whole world resetted when we was in quarantine. That's what it feels like. I don't know why, but yeah.
Bring entire suitcase of Diet Coke on holiday thinking Europe doesn't sell it. Oh, yeah, they sell it. Love that the airport in Rome considers us a third world nation. Automated border control for US and all other third country stations? What? Oh, dude. There has never been another nation that has existed much beyond 250 years.
Crazy.
Oh, that's some good bait, brother. Not a single one. America's 250th year is 2025. The next 4 years are going to be pretty interesting considering everything that's already been said. My local pub is older than your country. Dude, the average fence in the UK is older than the United States. The president
Crazy.
of North America cannot be prevented from attending. This is law. The Vatican isn't in North America. We have more military personnel than people that live in the Vatican, by the way, and US laws still don't apply to it. North America law is law across the world.
And that is a very, 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 very American thing to say. That last comment, North America law is law across the world. That's how it seems like. Like America is like the world police. You know, it's kind of like, come on, bro.
Like, yeah, we get the obvious, incredible stupidity that's happening here, but what's sort of standing out to me is the president of North America. What the hell does that mean? Are you trying to say that the president of the United States is secretly the one who also rules Canada and pieces of the Arctic Circle and blah, blah, blah? Or is that what you're trying to say here? I mean, clearly they think that the United States owns everything and controls everything, and every other part of the world should obey whatever it says, does,
Pretty
wants,
much, yeah.
etc., etc. Cool. It's not how it works. But really? The president of North America? We're not normalizing that, dog. We are not normalizing that. Canada's about to put up their own giant wall, and with good reason, okay? I love that, though. The Vatican isn't in North America. Well, we've got a big military, so we can force people to do whatever the we want, actually. No. No, not unless you want the world to literally come to an end, because believe you me, it would. It would. If we started just invading places at random, at will, I mean, more random than conspiracy theories would say.
True.
I think that would be it. The nukes would get launched.
I mean, yeah, and I feel like we're getting close to that point. Like the way how everything is playing out, and you know what I'm saying, over in the Middle East and whatnot, like we're getting close to going back to like full on like war, bro.
And we'd all be screwed, you know? Fallout for the win. Chicago needs to dye their river green to look Irish. In Boston, we are Irish. I've always wondered about the dyeing the river thing. I've never looked into it too much because I guess I don't care as much as a lot of people do. But I am hoping that that's not like some ecological disaster year after year.
Yeah,
hopefully
like
it's a dye that is very, 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 very low to zero impact on, I mean, it's a river going through a major city. It's probably disgusting and gross anyway, but that...
Like, why would you dye the river green, though? I mean, I guess, like, you know, festivals and whatnot, but I mean, like, what effects does it has on the, you know, like, the marine life and, you know, wherever that river ends up, what, in the ocean or something? Like, what effects does it cause? You know what I'm saying? So...
doesn't mean that things couldn't be alive in there, you know? it's still a river at the end of the day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just hope. Also, really? We're celebrating something. We celebrate better than you, losers. Ha! Like, okay, it's fine. We get it. You're really cool. You're way better than the city that does something goofy with its river. You win. You win. All right. R/Italian.
It's like, all right, buddy.
Found out I'm 19% Italian. I always knew I was mostly German, but Moroni? What? Everyone and their, oh my God, everyone and their mother is German in America, so it's nice to be one of y'all, or should I say us. Sopranos was my favorite show, so it makes sense. Damn, I didn't realize y'all would be so hostile.
Oh my God, bro.
Hello, Italians. I am Italian. Let me proceed to be a New Yorker Italian. I'm sure they love that. I'm sure they absolutely get a kick out of it, my friend.
For real.
Dude, you do this to anybody. Anybody. Like, I just found out I'm 19% Nigerian. Hello, fellow Nigerians. How you doing? No, get the fuck out of here, dude. What are you doing? Why are you trying to role play with us? What the hell? Go away. Just go away. You know what? Get the spray bottle. I'm gonna squirt you in the face with it, okay? Get out. Stop referring to healthcare workers as heroes. The real heroes are those who have served in the U.S. military. Any idiot can study and push buttons, but a real frontline hero serves their country. God bless America. Wait.
Wow. So wait, he had that same energy when the whole like COVID and quarantine stuff was happening. They weren't heroes then? Like, what's going on? Like, if you're sick and you go to hospital, they're saving your life. Aren't they heroes as well? Like, I mean, why can't the military and the healthcare workers both be heroes? You feel me? Like, there's not always one hero. It's always multiple. You feel me? I mean, yeah. But, Americans.
So that's thank your military, police, and firemen. Well, they were counted among the heroes. This one is totally not real. I don't believe for a second someone unironically printed this out and put it on people's cars. I don't. I can't. For my own sanity, I don't. And it's way too obvious. Especially the line, any idiot can study and push buttons. Coming from literally anybody in any branch of the U.S. military, that is the most rich bait I've ever seen in my life. So I don't believe it truly for any second. Melbourne is closer to Antarctica than it is to Darwin. Not if...
Wait, we said Melbourne? I thought it's Melbourne.
Truly for any second. Melbourne is closer to Antarctica than it is to Darwin. Not if you use miles instead of kilometers, but point taken. What? What? Wait. Huh? Not if you use miles instead of kilometers? I'm confused as to what type of math he was doing here. Also, damn, Melbourne, do you guys vacation in Antarctica? That's like 14 feet away, dude. That's actually kind of sick. You know what I'm saying? All the Americans wanting to move to Europe don't. Why would I want to move to Europe of all places? Zero freedom. That's the spirit. Hell yeah. If they're too stupid to understand the concept of countries outside of the United States, just let them believe that. They'll stay right where the hell they are. We'll take care of them, all right?
The only reason why I probably would never want to move to Europe is because of the food choices, bro. Like, every time I see, like, their cuisine and what they eat for breakfast, like, baked beans and toast, bro. Like, that's what y'all consider breakfast. Baked beans and toast. Like, I couldn't, bro. I'm sorry. I'll go to Waffle House 7 days a week before I eat any baked beans and toast. Ain't no way in hell, bro.
States, just let them believe that. They'll stay right where the hell they are. We'll take care of them, all right? I mean, by take care of them, I mean, once we finally get this sorted, we'll actually be able to take care of them. Take care of the that's been actively ruining their lives, rather than the things they pretend are ruining their lives. Like someone that moved here from Mexico, or Canada, or Finland, or whatever. I've always loved that line, though. Zero freedom. You have never been outside of Alabama. Shut the fuck up like you know a goddamn thing. You need to travel at least one place. And I'm not talking Canada. I'm not talking Mexico. You get your overweight ass on a 747. You fly over to Sweden or Switzerland or something like that. Go to an actually different place in the world. And then you sit there and you tell me there ain't no freedom when you get there, okay? You do that and then we'll talk. Because the conversation is going to be so much better once you have an inkling of knowledge in that walnut hidden behind that dense-ass shell you call a skull, okay? Okay. All right, what is this? So I'm here at the Battle of Pavia reenactment in Italy, and a thought occurred to me. As a Scadian slash HEMA celebrity, who can bench 225 and born in America, obviously I
Okay.
grew up with a different diet than Europeans, so I'm stronger. Things like meat and milk, which would be rarer in Europe, that give Americans stronger bones and muscles. What techniques do Americans have for safe sparring with Europeans so we don't hurt them? Dog, I don't know what.
Bro, I don't. Okay, so he talking about how he's stronger and his diet and this and that, bro. You wearing a whole ass dress, bro, from the 1600s, bro. Like, what the hell are you wearing? No disrespect if this someone else's culture, but like, bro, what the hell?
Year you posted this, I will assume 2024. Meat and milk exist in Europe now. I mean, they did. They always had. They were there first, by the way. But it's the modern era, dog. It's the modern era. You ain't that guy. You ain't him. The outfit rules, by the way. Like, your rocks. That looks fashionable as you should wear that around all the time. But wipe that arrogant smirk off your face and get this bait out of my okay? Get this the away. Meat and milk that Europeans wouldn't. Much rarer? What the fuck are you talking about? Do you think that the dairy cow just spawned on native land over here in the United States a few hundred years ago? You think there's popped in? Where do you think they came from? Oh my god.
Honestly, I don't even know the answer to that question, bro. Like, I don't even know. I thought they've been here the entire time. I did not know they brought cattle from overseas. Like, I didn't even know.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I want to lean more positively. That outfit is so good. It's so good. I'm not sure about the accuracy of it, but it's pretty frickin' fire. Also, does he have a? Oh please, sorry. I'm looking down at the protector. The and ball shield, if you will. Why is it a little guy? And why is it that big? Don't lie to us. No, dog, don't lie to us. Come on now, be real. I'm noticing that a lot of people use military time on their phones, and I don't get why they're making their lives harder.
Okay, finally something I can agree on. What the hell is going on with people in military time? What the hell is 13 o'clock? 13 o'clock. You could have said 1 o'clock. What the hell is 13 o'clock? 14, 15? Bro, like, why make it so much harder? Like, come on, bro. Like, I literally have to sit there and, like, okay, 12, 13, 14. I literally have to count them because I just don't know from the top of my head. It's insane. Like, why make it harder?
Look, I understand military time to a certain degree. I totally get it.
It's the same with Fahrenheit and the Celsius and miles per hour and kilometers per hour. And it's like, bro, come on. Like, why are we on two different pages? Why the world can't be on one to make it easier? Why we have to convert everything? Everything has to do with numbers. We have to convert it because apparently America is in their own fucking world compared like to the rest of the world. Is insane, bro.
If it's your preference and you've been using it for long enough, whatever. I'm fine with what I grew up with, just the 12-hour AM PM system. I'm totally fine with that. I prefer that. It's just easier for me by a lot. That's it. That's all there is to it. Again, you do you. You do you. If it's easier and it makes more sense, why the hell wouldn't you do it? France's new high-speed trains were just revealed, and they look incredible. Damn, they really do. I mean, low-res images.
Nice.
But dude, high-speed trains are just the best. I'm not on that side of the spectrum. Like, I love trains, I do, but I'm not into trains. You know what I'm saying? I love them. I wish they were the standard here, because they are pretty much everywhere else that public transport exists. Here we've got buses that barely manage to keep a schedule and airlines that steal from you. It's really cool. Wish we could get some goddamn trains, and Amtrak just does not cut it, okay? If I wanted to go from Denver to San Francisco, it'd take 3 goddamn days and cost $1,200. That's not competition. Anyway, sorry, American complaining about.
He ain't lying. Trust me. Our train system, our transportation system is not near what it is like overseas, bro. Like other countries, bro, high speed trains everywhere. Here in America, no.
about how
Just
bad his
straight up nah.
infrastructure is. This looks awesome, probably paid for by American taxpayers through overcharging tariffs to Americans. Chuck, what does that even mean? Did you actually just say words? Chuck, can you even speak English? That sounds like something you asked ChatGPT to come up with for you because the brain don't work so good.
Facts.
Instead of actual brain matter up there, you have beef stew that's been sitting in the fridge for far too long. So now you're not quite sure if it's like edible still or not. You know, no real idea about it. That's what I'm getting from you, Chuck. That's the vibe I'm getting right here. Got a quote for a purchase today, and it had a $77 tariff surcharge. Damn. I am 100% Trump. But how do we get charged a tariff surcharge for purchasing a foreign-made item? You're kidding me, right, dog?
Literally all Trump supporters in a nutshell. You're complaining about having a tariff surcharge of $77, but you're supporting Trump who caused that tariff, but then wonder why it's costing more to buy foreign things from other countries. Okay, you just can't help America, bro. Our educational system need to do better, bro, because we have people like this voting, bro. We need to do like an IQ test before people allowed to vote. That's just how it is. That's the way to fix things, honestly.
With more knowledge, explain this to me, please. Edited. If you just start bashing my president, I will remove you from my friends list. Let me guess, the very, very first comment was actually explaining to you what it was and who put it there, who enacted said tariff, and you got pissy because the guy you wish you could gargle the nuts of is just too good, so beyond critique.
Oh my
I'm
God,
sure when
bro.
the regime hits its peak, you will be on your knees, sucking toes, brother. Did you know everything in British grocery stores is tax-free? The price you pay at the cashier is the price you see on the ticket. It's amazing! Don't we have like 2 states where that's also the case? I know most states use sales tax. Hang on a second. States with no sales tax. Oops, that's not how you spell that. Okay, here we go. New Hampshire, Oregon, Montana, Alaska, and Delaware offer.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to write that down because I might have to like do a little investigating on how much it costs to live in these states because it looks like it's a little bit cheaper than Florida at the moment.
Residents and businesses the benefit of not having to pay sales tax on most goods and services, though there may be local or specialized taxes to consider. Well, yeah. I mean, out here in Colorado, we have sales tax and a state income tax at the end of the year. It's not a lot, thankfully, but you know, it's still there. It's something to consider and think about all the goddamn time. When you traveled all the way to Europe for the pizza and they don't have ranch and you have to cut it yourself, okay, all right.
Is she eating a pizza with a fork and a knife?
All right, hold the goddamn phone. Turn the goddamn music off. Right now! Right now! Turn it off! Thank you. Look, I'll dip pizza in ranch too. I'm a fat American. I love ranch. I do. On a lot of stuff. Not everything. Depends on the pizza, you know? Out here in Colorado Springs, there's a pizza restaurant called Fargo's that makes what I call it steamboat style pizza. It's very unique. Anyway, I love that pizza with ranch. Dipping that in there, delicious. But if you go to Europe and you complain that they didn't give you ranch, I think they now have the legal right to kill you. And I'm not going to argue with them at all. I'm not. And oh no.
Okay, killing is a bit far. I'm going to say kicked out of the whole facility, but killing is insane. Over ranch? Nah.
No? Do you have to cut it yourself? No. Look, if you want to be a goofy American, you pick that whole sucker up, you taco fold it, and just start eating it like it was a hot ticket, rare item on the Taco Bell menu. You just do that, dude. What are you doing here? What are any of us doing here? It's just pizza. Oh, man, why don't they use normal American numbers on their clocks like the rest of the world? Sweeties, that's a 12-hour clock, right? You do remember the numbers that go on a 12-hour clock, don't you? From 1 to 12. Let's start. So at the top, we're at 12, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we're back at 12. See, you already know where the numbers should be, so in your mind, you can conjure them and put them on the clock yourself. Check it out. I don't know why I went with that voice. That was that was the best I could come up with.
Pretty good.
I'm sorry. Hold on, what time does that say? Does that say 1:14? See, that's not difficult. Watch, I'm totally wrong. It's actually like 17:42. That's what of the clock it is. I want to use normal American numbers. American numbers. That gets me good. That gets me
Bro, you hear that sound? 17 o'clock. That don't even sound right. Like, bro, military time does need to be gone. Like, it's like what? Well, like, what's the purpose? Honestly,
real good. Dude, American propaganda, it works on us way too well. No matter how smart we think we are, it works because so many Americans think like this. So many are led to believe that it's the greatest country in the world, that it's the most unique country in the world, that it's the only country in the world. And the rest are just cosplayers, I guess? I don't know. Tariffs will finally bring some prices down, hopefully, like the iPhone and Samsung phone. $1,000 to $1,200 is ridiculous. Apologies for
yeah. Who gonna tell her? Because that's yeah. It's not gonna bring it down. It's gonna.
the very personal question, but were you homeschooled by a pigeon? I'm trying to wrap my head around that post,
Pigeon.
man. Tariffs will finally bring some prices down, like the iPhone. How do you figure, buddy? No, I genuinely want to know. How in the flying mix are tariffs going to bring down the price of the
anything.
iPhone?
Like-
Tell me right now. And the Samsung too. You know what? Yeah, we're asking you to show your work on this one. You make a claim, it's up to you to provide the evidentiary support. So come on, brother. What? I think a pigeon would be able to figure this out better than him. So I wouldn't even think he was homeschooled by a pigeon. More like homeschooled by a pile of wet drywall. That's what I'm starting to think. What the
Wet drywall. Okay, that's a new one.
hell does that even mean? And you pick the iPhone? The iPhone? Do you know who the Apple is? Do you know where 99% of everything Americans
China.
take for granted
Just like literally 99% of things. China makes everything in America.
comes from? 99%. I'm not talking about them coming from one place, but just everything us Americans expect and somehow think comes from here.
Crazy
Dude,
word.
Missing key information of where you'd like to use this. Yeah, most native English speakers use American English, but niche dialects like British English are common in certain places. This is an absolutely wild way to refer to the place the language originated from. Most native English
British
speakers use
English?
American English. Could that be true? I mean, when you think about just like population-wise, Americanized English gets rid of a few things versus British English, I suppose. Didn't originate here, that's for sure, right? It absolutely did not originate here, but I'm thinking just like population-wise, like 350 million native American English speakers. Oh, God. I have no idea. It's all so stupid. Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. The school system here is so bad, the propaganda is so strong that people will think that English was invented in the United States. Like, we landed at Plymouth Rock and went, oh, wait, I could new language right now. Oh, it's coming out. Oh my God, I'm gonna call this America. In Finland, the cost of a speeding ticket is determined by your income. In 2002, a Nokia executive got a ticket for $103,000 for going 45 in a 30 zone. So
Someone got fined $103,000 for literally going 15 miles an hour above the speed limit. So they have to buy a whole brand new sports car because they was going 15 miles over the speed limit. All right, I'm staying in America. There's no way Finland, bro. Nah, that's just robbery.
Sounds
There's
like
no way in hell.
socialism to me. You don't know what anything sounds like. You're deaf to the actual problems of the world. Socialism? Huh? Man, these people love to hate incredibly rich folks until you make fun of the incredibly rich folks or make them actually suffer consequences of their actions the same way we do. Okay? That would be great. Can you imagine the ticket that Elon Musk would get for speeding in Finland? I mean, he would never pay it because he's a cheap piece of shit. But you see what I'm saying? Like, if I make $12 a year and I get pulled over, what do you think my ticket's gonna be? What do you think it's gonna be for me? What do you think it's gonna be for you? Man scribbled out so we don't know who you are, which is a good thing, by the way. What do you think your ticket would be? It wouldn't be a lot, but oh no, the super rich guy. No, we don't want.
Actually, to be honest though, Nokia executive, I know he probably making good bank, but at the same time, just like you can't punish people because they're successful. You gotta keep it like treat everyone the same. That's because you're doing well in life doesn't mean you need to be treated unfairly because of your choices in life. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird.
Man scribbled out so we don't know who you are, which is a good thing, by the way. What do you think your ticket would be? It wouldn't be a lot, but oh no, the super rich guy.
No, we don't want to punish the rich guys. No, let's make them even more powerful than they are already.
Can someone please tell me why British grocery stores sell this dangerous candy if it's illegal almost everywhere? I'm so confused. Are you confused? Was that all a question? Because none of that was a question, jackass. And you want to know why it might be illegal here in the United States? Let's take a look. So if you weren't aware, they were banned. I don't think they're banned anymore, the Kinder Surprise eggs.
Wait, they were banned? Bro, we should sell so many at Target. Like, so many. Bro, we had like a whole display filled with these, and people would be buying them like crazy. I didn't know they were banned at some point. The hell?
It definitely came down to the choking hazard that they, I guess, posed for young kids, which I guess that sort of comes down to if you're young enough for it to be a choking hazard, you as the parent shouldn't be giving that to a child under a certain age. So it always came down to parents going, here's a bye, I'll see you later, and then them choking to death because mom and dad didn't want to actually pay attention to the child. At least we're not Americans. USA, USA, USA. It's so funny because this guy's never even been close to Canada. Never even been close to Canada, okay? Like,
you know what's so funny though? This is like the complete opposite because Canada look more like this, which is like hella fucking expensive. And then the US look like this. So this just needs to swap easily.
Seriously, what else can you say? Well, where in the United States is everyone living that life? And where in Canada is everybody living that life? Where?
Like,
show me. I know in the US there are plenty of spots where the billionaires hang out and they get perfect lives, but it sucks seeing Jim Bob, who makes $22,000 a year, posting this. While he's stressed and in his pants working 45 hours a day. Yes, I know that's more than 24 hours. I'm not as dumb as some Americans, okay? Like, look, it just sucks to see these posts because they always come from a guy that makes way less money than he dreams. Way less money. It's always coming from someone in horrible circumstances who's just so blinded by fake patriotism that they'll believe anything. I live in heaven. Dog, you couldn't make rent last month. What do you mean? I don't like how everyone from Europe claims they speak 4 languages. Claims? Claims? Everyone is saying rage, but he's just right. Dialects from coast to coast have the same amount of variance as their different languages. Euro, cope, and seethe. I can fit a couple of your countries in my one state. Wait. Dialects from coast to coast have the same amount of variance? No, the flying they do not. I, someone born and raised in Spokane, Washington, can visit Manhattan and converse with them in the exact same goddamn language. There's no variance. There's no variance. They have a different accent. There's no random special words that I have to take a class for because I'm visiting New York. That's not how that works. Are you stupid? There are.
Bro, that New York accent was so bad.
Because I'm visiting New York. That's not how that works. Are you stupid? There are some languages out there, like the Deep South languages. Isn't Cajun like its own language? There are some. But dialect? What the are you talking about, man? I've been in Europe 1 week, and their GDP per capita being half of the US immediately makes sense. Why just 1 week? Do you not get more vacation? Yeah, what do you mean? It immediately makes sense. What does that mean? Tell me right now. Explain, okay? Breaking news. China has stopped importing American beef. Australia filling the gap. The United States' $2.5 billion beef trade to China has come to a halt. Why was we getting beef from China in the first place? What?
Because it's probably cheaper. Them kids probably is the one who butchering the cows and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's just cheaper, bro. Just freeze them and just bring them from overseas. You feel me? It doesn't sound right, but I don't eat beef, so I could care less. But yeah, just cheaper, bro.
Just found out that a 5K marathon.
Damn, that's crazy. Not even the beef is made in America. Damn, we down bad.
The gap. The United States' $2.5 billion beef trade to China has come to a halt. Why was we getting beef from China in the first place? What? Just found out that a 5K marathon isn't a 5-mile run, it's a 3-mile run. If so, why can't it just be called a 3K run marathon? What? Do you not understand how... hold on. Never mind. You're never gonna figure it out. Before and after photos of Dusseldorf... I'm not actually gonna try. Would you look at that? It's pretty now. That's awesome. So sad, but a good example of the dangers of communism infecting the West. Didn't they actually do something like this similarly in Seattle? So now Seattle's way cooler on the waterfront, on the pier front, because it used to be a giant highway that they got rid of. I feel like they got rid of a few, like in major cities, they're starting to undo some of the highway-only crap. That's not why cities exist. It shouldn't be for cars exclusively. We're supposed to live there. Me, an American visiting Madrid and experiencing a walkable city for the first time in my life. Oh my god, I get it. I've been too many. It's cool for tourism. I lived in London for a few years, and it's not that nice for everyday life. Liar. Why did I was gonna read weekends as Wednesdays. I'm an idiot. Weekends and holidays, sure, but a car is so much nicer for commuting and shopping. Liar. I would hate it. I love living with a view of mountains and not huge skyscrapers blocking my view. I love having trees and outdoor. Yes, yeah, there is a difference. If you're living in a giant metropolitan area, you're damn right I should be able to walk around. But if I'm living in nowhere in the mountains, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to have a car. There's this weird conflation with the necessity of the car. It's only nice because what's the alternative? Walking 12 hours? That's the only reason you think it is nice to have a car. That's it. If you lived in a place that met all of your needs without you needing to drive, and you could walk 12 seconds to the grocery store, I'm willing to bet you'd be like, wait a minute, I don't have to pay all this money for gas. I don't have to constantly maintain the thing. It'll just last longer in general. Wow. It's not that they're nicer. It's that they're your only goddamn choice, and you...
Bro, if I was living in a downtown area somewhere and I have like everything around me, bro, I would not have a car. I would literally just walk to the store, to the food, to get to get anything. If I needed to go out of town or somewhere, I would just use that money to Uber and whatnot, because you're saving a lot from having a car note and insurance and all that. So I mean, it makes sense if you do live in like downtown area where you don't need a car, don't have a car, bro. It's just pointless.
Led to believe that they are exclusively nicer. It's not, dude. They are inherently a money pit, and they suck ass. Even if you own the sucker outright, it's just a ticking time bomb of, well, I don't have $5,000, guess I don't have a car anymore. Did the POTUS really say that paper straws explode? No one expects you to understand. You're from England. That place is a failed state that's constantly at war within itself. Okay? You're not used to having rights or freedom of speech or freedom of any sort, so we wouldn't expect you to understand any of this. Righto!
Typical Twitter user, bro. Like, they just a bunch of bots, trolls, and just very low IQ people on there. That's why I never ever be on there, bro. It's terrible.
Where do you think the United States came from? Where do you think all of us came from, man? Where do you think we came from? 25-year-old European, 25-year-old American, okay? Dude, the European car, way better than that giant overpriced pile of and his garbage-ass McMansion that's gonna fall.
Okay, hold up now. All right, now you talking reckless. There's no way that car is better than a truck. I have to disagree. Is no way in hell.
Giant overpriced pile of and his garbage ass McMansion that's gonna fall apart before his children are old enough to go to college. Don't at me with this. Also, I love that this is still a thing. Video games? I'm getting married, and you're probably an abusive spouse too. I don't like that on press tour she's using her Aussie accent as if to let others know she's a good actress or something because her American English sounds fine. Is she here on a working visa? She lives and works in Hollywood, and that's where she gets her massive income from. Drop the accent. She did drop the accent. That's why she went back to sounding Australian, because she is Australian. The accent she was putting on was ours. Moron. Is it really that hot even in winter in Australia? Another reason to never visit. Australia is a part of the southern hemisphere. It's summer right now. But isn't America in the middle of the earth, so the middle hemisphere, so everyone else copies? I'm so confused.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god. No way! Everyone else copies? It's funny to me that they've decided Americans are the only ones who might not realize they're foreigners. This is funny. It makes sense when you travel in the US and realize how massive it is and how easy to get around each state it is. No passport needed ever, but there are different laws to be considered of. That's not what it says, I just made that up. To be considerate of, and dialects, and store chains, etc. Oh man, that's...
Crazy work.
I'm a Celt myself. Irish, specifically. My ancestry is from Munster County. Munster isn't a county, it's a province. You're gonna mansplain Ireland to me? When I'm Irish, a man with an unwashed ass has an opinion again. I'm Irish, you're American. I'm pretty
dead.
confident I know my country better than you absolute gowl. I've never seen that one before. Do they actually not? Because that's insane. I think just now finding out Americans don't measure paper by A4, A3, A2, etc. has actually changed the trajectory of my life. That is true. We have our
Wait, what the hell is A4, A3, A2?
own uniquely stupid.
Is that like algebra or some shit? Like, wait, what? Measure paper.
Actually changed the trajectory of my life. That is true. We have our own uniquely stupid, pointless measurements for it. No thoughts, just Andrew Garfield's phone saying 2357. He uses the 24-hour time setting. People actually use that. Who knew? I don't even understand 24-hour time. People have tried to explain it to me. I've even looked it up, and I just don't get it. Same with metric systems. I just don't understand it. I have to use online converters, or I'd be so confused when I talk to people who use these systems. If it's over 12,
Facts.
you subtract 12 from it. Ah, yes. Let's promote laziness and pay people who want to be lazy more money. There is no good reason why cashiers shouldn't be allowed to sit. Correct. And top contributor? Die, I guess. You're pathetic. Apparently, actual walls between toilets are interesting in the US. I've gone on a ramble about this. Yeah, it's not that they're interesting, it's that you never see them because privacy doesn't exist in the United States. It does to a certain degree. I'll give you that. To a certain degree, it does. However, in more places than you would realize, they don't. Why? Because the homeless exist. And for some strange reason, letting homeless people piss and shit in public restrooms is a no-no. If they get any modicum of privacy whatsoever, they're clearly gonna go shoot up and do bad things. Ooh.
Wait, that's the reason why? Because they don't want people doing drugs or like interesting. I never even thought about that. In public, well, I don't really use public restrooms. Like I just try to hold it until I get home because yeah, it just grosses me out completely. But okay, I can understand. But it's kind of like messed up though.
I love Amsterdam. Dutch isn't that difficult to learn. They're gonna move in here. Good pick, but it's Dutch. They speak Dutch in the Netherlands. Is it Deutsch? I don't know. Is German's name in the German language? It's the same. Dutch is the American spelling, and this what? And what? Huh? You know how British use more letters for no reason? Okay. USA asks Lithuania for eggs after Finland and Denmark. Internet. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Never mind. I read that very wrong. Internet calls it door-to-door begging. Wait, you guys don't know the lack of eggs is because of bird flu, right? This isn't some economic issue. We could physically buy Lithuania itself if we wanted. Bird flu has wiped out many eggs in North America. Indeed, but it is true regardless of if you like it or not. What are you talking about, Jake? An American would have subdued the man and rendered him unconscious. Big difference. In 2016, a guy hijacked an Egyptian airline with explosives packed to him. A British man on board asked for a picture with the hijacker as it was happening. I love that. An America built different would have fixed.
That's not accomplice. It's no way. There's no way a guy is hijacking a plane and you asking for a selfie with the guy while he's hijacking a plane. Yeah, bro, you going to prison. That's if you even make it alive. Bro, you getting locked up ASAP. What? Nah, bro, that's not even a good look.
Guy hijacked an Egyptian airline with explosives packed to him. A British man on board asked for a picture with the hijacker as it was happening. I love that. An America built different would have fixed everything, no problem. Sure. People ask me what I hate most about the USA. It has no trains, bro. No Shinkansen? No Shinkansen? Shinkansen? I can't read. Like, what the hell? There's zero excuse for the country that invented trains to not what? Imagine we leave NATO and get steamrolled by the rest of the civilized world. Wouldn't happen.
Damn.
We have enough military to take on the world at the same time and win. We simply choose not to conquer them. If every other country joined forces, America would be doomed. Everyone dissing the NFL but don't realize if America has their own national rugby team, we'd wipe the floors. Brother,
That's a good point. Why don't we? Because we so like, big on football and they're pretty much the same sport. But rugby, in my opinion, rugby is a lot more intense and dangerous. And yeah, it's better than American football. Let's be honest, right? But why don't we have a national rugby team? I feel like we will dominate though, like honestly.
America has a team. They lost 120-3 to New Zealand.
Oh wait, they do have a team?
Realize if America has their own national rugby team, we'd wipe the floors. Brother, America has a team. They lost 120-3 to New Zealand.
120-3. Oh yeah, whatever I just said the past like minute, ignore, delete. What the hell? Oh hell no. Nah, they could keep rugby. Rugby is not our shit.
What? No way! Is that ratio real? Oh my god, that's amazing! Like, that's more impressive than if they won by that amount, because how the fuck do you,
Damn.
how could you be that bad? European colonial history in 6 words. Is that yours? It's mine now. Americans would never do this. We save nations, not destroy them. Yeah.
Alright, well, that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all for the next one.